We're here today to discuss Creative Commons. My name is Ryan Bodiford. I'm an ethnomusicology PhD candidate at the School of Music and University of Michigan. This is a EXCEL program sponsored event, and I have with me Pablo Flores, who is the director and founder of the Chilean net label Jacobino Discos. And next to him is Hugo Espinosa, aka Mika Martini, who is the founder and director of the Chilean net label Pueblo Nuevo. So just to give us a little bit of the context for the listeners, the net label movement basically started in the early 2000s. It's somewhat vaguely akin to a net label is vaguely akin to a traditional record label in that it has a collection of artists who all release works through the same organization. It's set apart though by the fact that net label artists release their music non-commercially and mostly completely in digital form through digital downloads. And also the music is usually available for streaming as well. And the relationship of this medium to the conversation that we're having today is that the net label medium has really developed around the idea of, and the ideals, I should say, of Creative Commons. And so just again to define our topic of conversation, Creative Commons is an alternate licensing platform for not only for music but all kinds of creative content. It was established in the early 2000s as an alternate to the what has been essentially the commercial paradigm of creative licensing, the copyright. As an alternative, and it gives artists the option to customize the rights that they just would like to withhold in relation to their music, and those which they automatically give to others. So many artists have choose a share and share alike option where they would share their music with the expectation that anybody that might want to sample, remix, in any way use their music will distribute it along with the same license. So that if I give my music away for free and somebody wants to remix it, then the expectation is that that person should also give their music away for free. Or then in that case, if someone does make music, then they have to come and speak to me. So enough for me. I'm curious then to talk to you, both of you, about the institution of Creative Commons, how it came to Chile, what the overall context was of the music scene in Chile in the early 2000s when you both decided to opt not only for the net label medium, but also to license your works through Creative Commons. So I'll turn it over to you.
Well, I speak in Spanish, but my friend Pablo translates for
And I can help too.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. El año 2005 conocimos la licencia Creative Commons porque su creador, la persona que diseñó esta licencia, Lawrence Lessing, fue a Chile a dar una charla.
The year 2005, the creator of Creative Commons, the author, what's the name?
Lawrence Lessing.
Lawrence Lessing, and came to Chile to show to the people the license.
Y él dio una charla muy interesante, muy ilustrativa.
He gave a speech very illustrative, a talk very illustrative to the people.
Con una serie de ideas enfocadas básicamente en que el copyright tradicional es muy restrictivo, como todos sabemos.
With a speech that the rights, copyright is very restrictive for everyone.
For creative practice.
For creative practice.
O sea, el copyright tradicional de partida prohíbe todo, o sea, parte prohibiendo todo.
The traditional copyright starts and banning everything.
All rights reserved.
All rights
rights are reserved, yes.
Yes.
Y para nosotros, que estábamos recién partiendo con el Net Label, con el movimiento Net Label, esa licencia no nos servía para nada. Al contrario, no nos dejaba publicar nuestros trabajos online for free.
And for us, that kind of restriction isn't very good because it doesn't allow us to publish material and for free and to share with everybody.
Ajá. Entonces, al principio tuvimos problemas con la Sociedad de Derecho de Autor chilena porque para ellos era inconcebible publicar música gratis, sin cobrar derechos.
At the beginning, we had problems with the organization who control the copyrights of the musician or the arts in Chile, like Gema, Jam. I don't know the name of the copyright institution here in the United States. But in Chile we had problems because they don't conceive that why do you want to put music for free to the people? We sell for it. We don't give free.
Ajá. Y ellos tenían el patrimonio de cobrar dinero por cualquier música que fuera distribuida a través de cualquier medio.
Yeah, because they charge money for the musician they charge money to every media and who release the music to pay for the musicians, pay to the institution.
Claro. Incluso aquellos músicos que no son parte de esta institución, de la Sociedad de Derecho de Autor.
Even to the people who is not to belong to the
who don't belong to
to the or this organization.
Ajá. Yeah. Entonces Creative Commons nos mostraba la opción de licenciar la música, es decir, acreditar los derechos de autor para el compositor, pero intrínsecamente permitir ciertas cosas que a uno le interesaba hacer.
Creative Commons give us rights to the musician and allows us to be more creative in a commercial way to share.
Non-commercial way.
In a non-commercial way.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that because I'm interested then in the relationship between Creative Commons and specifically the really innovative musical practices, the collaborations that have taken place in the context of both Jacobino and Pueblo Nuevo. Just maybe talk about, do you think that Creative Commons has helped to instill a culture of collaboration? Does it make it easier to collaborate and remix and
yeah, I think Open a Wave, it was I think the people will share even without Creative Commons. I think Creative Commons was one of the foots of the table but not the whole table, and help us to license and make it a statement about okay, we can share, we can collaborate, and we have this license, and this license will work to protect also, because even it is free, we have to protect it for the people who wants to earn money from that.
Right.
So exactly. It gives us a protection to keep the right to share it with everyone.
Right.
So maybe the people now feels that okay, I can make music, share it with everyone, and I will know that nobody is gonna steal it in a improper way, and it's gonna be shared for everyone.
Sure.
Because also. Sometimes the people with the copyright want to protect it to not to be copied. We want to protect it to be copied.
Sure.
And it has to be protected to the right to be copied and to be shared.
Yeah.
So the copyright license came for that, and it's not only for music. It works for in publications in for science.
Yeah.
Because
And I should add too that these to musicians and cultivators and curators of music and the entire community are not only musicians but also multimedia artists. So you are creating video, so it serves you in that way.
Yeah,
So,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And the video, movie,
Text,
science,
yeah.
text, and it's open a way to share the knowledge because the culture now is you have to keep your knowledge, and if you want the knowledge, you have to pay. And
Right.
internet and Creative Commons it goes to the hand of the internet beginnings because
Sure.
internet is
Yeah.
for free. Sometimes the people debate or attack the China politics, because in China everything is banned, Facebook and Gmail and Google,
Sure.
and it's banned. So, blah, blah, blah. But in the world, in the Western world, everything is also banned. If you want to see a movie, you have to buy the Blu-ray or DVD or go to the cinema. You want to read a book, you have to buy the book, or you want to read a science publication in whatever is your favorite journal, you have to pay it, and it's expensive. And I'm also a sociologist, and I read a lot of science things in PubMed or journals, and you have to pay about, I don't know, $40 for one text. And if you make an investigation, maybe you need to read 10, 20, 30, and you want to spend maybe $500 to write.
Particularly for, if I might just interject, for the science, Lawrence Lessig, for instance, has very much argued in his books that the detriment of these, the detriment to science, to all of society, to have knowledge as important as knowledge relating to health science, engineering science, to have these things restricted is a detriment to all of society, but it also is connected to art. And I just want to add, for those who might not know, there's a very important distinction between the copyright that pertains to recorded works and copyright that pertains to how would you say it, the songwriting or composition. So if I want to produce a cover of a Beatles song, I can do that without permission from the Beatles. I just have to pay the royalties.
Yes, yes.
The difference between using recorded work is, if I want to take a sample of a Beatles track, yes, I have to pay royalties, but I also have to obtain permission from whoever holds that right.
Yes.
And something like the Beatles, you just imagine the bureaucracy that goes through. Even somebody in the industry, if Kanye West wants to sample the Beatles, it's a whole bureaucracy. Somebody outside of the system that wants to just sample, to be a part of the culture that is around them and participate and comment. It's a huge complication.
En ese sentido, para el movimiento net label chileno, o para los músicos que están partiendo su carrera musical,
in that way, for the net labels and the people who is beginning their musical careers,
lo único que uno quiere es que a uno lo escuchen, uno quiere mostrar su trabajo. Entonces, en el término de la música electrónica, el remezclar, el samplear es parte de...
And if you are starting with music, you want the people to listen to your music, listen to your compositions, and if somebody sampled you, it helps also, or remixing your songs, it's also helping to spread your work to other audience.
Absolutely.
So Creative Commons and the sharing work, I think it's a good way to
Entonces, la licencia Creative Commons lo que hace es darle el permiso al auditor por adelantado de que eso sí lo puede hacer, sin necesidad de contactarse ni pedirme permiso a mí.
So the license give you the previews and right and make a statement. You can, so the statement is share alike, not commercial wave, so encourage to the people to do that, because you don't have to be a bureaucrat. You don't have to make a bureaucracy to do that.
Lawrence Lessig say that keep out the lawyers from the los intermediarios entre el músico y el auditor.
Lawrence Lessig said, keep the lawyers out of the business.
Out of the arts.
Of the arts.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on? Well, let me add this. I don't think that there is necessarily. I think that these two worlds, the share economy, and again, this is a large part of Lawrence Lessig's arguments in his book. The share economy and the commercial economy are not necessarily at odds. They can very much complement one another. Do you understand?
Yes.
Or do you think that they are? Is
yes.
it a distinction that
Yes.
is there a tension between them?
Es verdad lo que dices tú, porque en realidad la licencia Creative Commons no te impide vender tu música.
The Creative Commons don't make you.
It doesn't require you to send your or to sell your music.
Ajá.
Yeah.
Okay. Lo que ha permitido que muchos músicos que parten licenciando su música con Creative Commons for free, posteriormente editan música para vender en sellos tradicionales.
Many musicians who start with a Creative Commons license, then after when they get success, and they came to the normal industry and they sell their music, and it's no problem with that.
Si es que quieren, digamos.
And if they want it.
Ujú.
Yeah.
Una cosa no impide a la otra.
Yes, yeah. And also, I'm also think you can even sell your music, and but now the iTunes and Bandcamp you can, but Bandcamp has the two sides. If you can download the music and you put the amount. If you put 0, you download it, and if you want and if you like the music, you put $5, $10 or whatever, and you can pay them. And is you has the right, you have the right to do if you want to pay or free, and also
sobre todo que desde que empezó el auge de la música online, el MP3 y todo este tipo de archivos digitales, virtuales.
Since the beginning of the MP3 and digital virtual files.
De un tiempo a esta parte ha vuelto también la copia física, el vinilo o el CD, también como un objeto que se puede vender y comerciar.
From that part to now, the CD, the vinyl, now the cassette is very this medium, the objects are come back to the industry because
Absolutely.
And I think for the arts, I think the music is art. So I think the music is not just the sound, and it's more or less,
Sure.
but also is the art from the book inside or the vinyl. I think everybody loved the medium, the physical medium.
Sure.
One thing don't takes from the other. The MP3 don't take from the vinyl. They are complementary. We are in.
Yeah, and it's important to remember too. Especially if there's no commerce involved. For someone to sample, to use a part of your music in their own music, it doesn't take away from your music. It's not like it's taken that part away from your music or lessened your music by using it someplace else. In fact, it makes your music more interesting. It's a homage.
Yeah.
It's an honor. It's an honor to have someone remix your work or someone to use their work. What Creative Commons does do is it's an option, but most artists opt to ask for attribution. So that, if you use my work in your own work, then just please, a large piece or something significant in another work, or you're using a piece of my music on a non-commercial blog, just give me some credit, and help send whatever audience you have to me, so that they can see the original and understand the context and understand more about your work by seeing the relationship that it has to my work, and from there, and see the things that I've influenced or that have influenced me. And
in this century, I think we never had in the whole human history the access to the knowledge, and it's the best time to get into the knowledge from the internet. And so why put ban or barriers
Mm-hmm.
to the knowledge? We can share it. It's for everyone, and it's not piracy.
Yeah.
I think if, for example, like the creator of GNU, new,
Yeah.
you know, and new the Linux, the creator of Linux,
Okay.
Linux, said pirates attacks chips. If you alter a cookbook, it's not being pirate. If you alter something, it's not being pirate. It's alter the knowledge, and the knowledge can be altered, and the humanity grows up from adding things to the knowledge. And also,
Yeah.
I think music is knowledge. The music is constantly changing. The music from 2015 is gonna be different and old from the music of 2016 and 2020. So that big change is getting about the fast of the interaction of the people. The
Right.
people know things from the internet, listen tons
Right.
tons of musics, see hours of new movies every day,
Sure.
read many books, see a lot of blogs. So Creative Commons, I think, is make a big effort to improve the knowledge
Right.
around the people.
And maybe just to offer, a point to conclude, another point that Lawrence Lessig certainly makes in his outline for Creative Commons is that culture does and has always built on the culture of the past. And part of his idea for the shared economy and for Creative Commons is to make sure that as we move into the digital age, as we move into a place where information is accessible, that the rights don't prohibit us from freely doing what humans have always done, which is adopt, adapt, change, converse with whatever it is that has come before them and that is surrounding them. Now we live in a world where mediated culture is our environment, and as musicians, the essence of being a musician is expressing and entering some conversation with the environment that surrounds you. So, with any closing comments or
Yo creo que lo interesante es que ahora nadie tiene la obligación de adoptar Creative Commons.
Nobody has the obligation to adapt to get Creative Commons.
Pero sí está la posibilidad. Antes no existía.
But yes, it's the possibility. Before it wasn't there.
All right, well, that's a great place to be. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much in participating, not in this event, but this entire residency at the university. I should have said at the beginning, you both participated in just an amazing show last night at Stamps Auditorium. So we, myself, and behalf of all the sponsors at EXCEL and everybody else that contributed to bring you here, we thank you. Thank you, Pablo Flores, for being here, and thank you, Hugo Espinosa.
Thank you, you too, for inviting us. Bye.